And we're back! Welcome back to home! Last time we discovered weird things about our life. And this time we're gonna keep discovering weird things about our life. I had entered Norman's place. It was back at the store that he ran. Oddly quiet except for the faint sound of a television. Okay, we'll go. Entrance, of course, was locked from the inside. Looked like I couldn't just pop it open. Needed a key. Bit of blood on the keyhole. Oh, Norman. Silly, silly Norman. Oh, more blood, I'm assuming. What was this? It's like a pull chain hanging from the ceiling. Wondered where it led. Did I pull the chain? Of course I did. The chain is single tug and a simple folding ladder to the attic. Pop down. Oh, there's Stevie. Stevie still flickered some inseparable channel. Oh, Jesus, I couldn't believe I was seeing Norman, my co-worker, and one of the few friends I had in this town. Lay dead beside his armchair, his face and shirt were covered in blood. Looked like he'd been shot trying to get up. His eyes were still wide with shock. Norman, you deserve better than this. Did I close his eyes? Of course. Wasn't sure if I wanted to give him peace, or if I just couldn't stand to think anymore about what was going on. Looked like I closed Norman's eyes. And we left Norman's body. I guess this was Norman's kitchen table. Kept it clean enough that there was water rings from the 2 cups still there in the wood. Ooh, trash. Trash bin smelled fresh. Didn't dig through that mess, did I? Of course I did. A hairpin amongst the rotting food and trash and pocketed it. I'm gonna pick some locks. Pick locks. I'm gonna pick some locks. Gonna pick those locks right now. Gonna pick 'em up. Guess we'll go up here. Boom, doo doo boom. A weathered sleeping bag and a small camping stove. Next felt musty. I wasn't sure if it was because of being in the Arctic or had been used recently. This large cardboard box hadn't been sealed. I opened it. Duh. Inside the little cardboard box was a pile of clothes, photos, and even shoes. As I looked closer, I realized they were Rachel's. What were you doing here, Rachel? Were you responsible for poor Norman downstairs? No, she was cheating on you, you idiot, and that's why you killed her. I swear, if that's the ending of this game, I'm telling you, cheap. Did I go in here? Nope. Wasn't entirely surprised to find this there. It's one of Rachel's old fall coats. I always wondered what would happen to it. Long it had been there. Forever. Inside the cabinet was a small but impressive collection of hunting rifles, shotguns, and even a few items I didn't think were legal here. One of the slots on the rack was empty. The gun I had found seemed to match the others there. Handgun was Norman's. What the hell was he doing with it? The gun would fit there. Did I place it back in the cabinet? Yes, getting rid of the evidence. I have a knife. It's a great burden lifted. I can just stab fellers with my knife. If I need to. Of course, my handprints are all over it. Use the hairpin to pick the lock. The hairpin snapped in half, so I threw it away. The room was so small, but it was clean. It had the usual things: postcards, snacks, magazines, canned goods. I never went there much. I should use it to help us work if we needed anything. And slept with Norman. Norman? Now it's Michael. This is Michael Rosen. That's who this is. Register was mostly empty, and a fat stack of travel magazines set beside it. This is the Michael Rosen story. Don't know who Michael Rosen is? Go look up some of the YouTube poops featuring him. They are funny. Icebox seemed to have been unplugged. It must have been off for a while. Most of its contents were half melted. Mervyn! There were various postcards from the area, especially from the tourist traps. The postcard showed an old black and white photo of the water tower. Looked to be in much better shape then. It had been weeks since I had last seen Norman. Finding him that way still left me cold. Thinking of him slumped against that chair only cemented my reassurance in getting rid of that gun. Looks like someone had taken that piece from his store, but why was it in those tunnels? I stepped outside and recalled that dusty old box of clothes in Norman's attic. Felt like I had only discovered more questions, no answers. But I was close to home. It was time to find out the truth. Yes, please, let's get to the truth. Oh, great. What's over here? Another one? If I keep walking, are there just gonna be more? Wow. I had the wrong gate. This one was locked. Okay, so it's not infinite gates. I was gonna be like, oh no. That would be scary. Oh, you can kind of see his limp when he walks. That's clever. There we go. This one wasn't locked. TV! Gate was locked tight. This wasn't my house. Neighborhood's local post box. The letter was sticking out as someone hadn't pushed all the way in. I knew it wasn't right, but did I look at the letter? Yes. It's Norman. There's no return address, but the handwriting looked familiar. Deep breath and tore open the package. But I read, Norman, I'm sending this to you in a letter because I'm afraid to tell you this in person. What we did, well, it was wrong. My husband isn't an easy man to be with. But he is my husband and your friend. I need some time to sort this out away from you both. I'm going away for a while. I'm going to tell him, Norman. So don't think you can hold that against me. I'm going to tell him and get past this. Maybe we'll work it out. Not sure I even want to, but he deserves at least that much. Goodbye. I told you. I told you. I had the wrong gate. This one was locked. It's not my house. It's not my house. Plum Cafe. Into our backyard. Then gave me a terrible sense of foreboding and chilled me through my clothes. I was expectant, but also afraid. Gonna raise the roof. I held my breath as I approached my back door. Stepfather to step inside. Oh, I'm so scared to go inside. Oh, that was weird. I was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and straight. I flicked the light switch, but by the door, the power was off. What's this? The table was clean. It hadn't been used any time recently. And through this door... And what is in here? Door to the basement. It was locked, of course. Where did I put the damn key? Where had I put the... Oh, what's this? There's a small pile of mail on the floor in front of the mail slot. How long had I been away? Why hadn't Rachel picked this up? It was the contents for bills. There was a credit card bill there. Did I open it? Yes. What I buy? To my surprise, it said something about cancelling my credit card due to non-payment. What the hell? Front door was locked from inside. I couldn't go out though. I need to see if Rachel was here. Up the stairs we go. Alright, what's in here? No photo of Rachel and me stared back at me, reminding me of better times. Didn't make me feel terribly comfortable. Did I keep it anyway? Sure. This photo in my wallet, feeling like I had got part of my life back. Still, the image made me uneasy. Why had I thrown it away? Oh, I wonder, man. What television? I'd purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. Felt pretty guilty about it afterward, but then it was too late. How come Ninny doesn't have a TV? Everyone has a TV nowadays. Sorry for those of you who don't have TVs. There's an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle. Upstairs! Alright, we got that door. Broken glass. Pieces scattered around the floor. I don't want to receive software updates, thank you. Thanks for getting in my video HP support. Thanks. Sink which needed to be replaced when the tabs over stuck, but I hadn't got around to fixing it yet. We were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful claw-footed bathtubs. And we had a toilet. Wasn't that nice of us? To have a toilet to make our flushies. I'm sorry, British people who are possibly watching this. Oh, my computer! My laptop had left only a tiny bit of power left. The screen was a website about the old water tower. I'm gonna have to go there. In the top drawer of my desk. Did I take it? Yes. Pocketed the key. It's probably the key to the basement. Oh, herp-a-derp. books there were half mine, half Rachel's. Hey, now I looked more closely, it looked like that man in the house had the same books as I did. No. I watched Rachel's suitcase sitting on the bed. It was clear as I had a feeling what was in it. I opened it, yes. The suitcase can contain clothes, toiletries, and a train ticket. So what you're going to do with Norman? No, you idiot, you read the letter. Norman! I go in here. This is the bathroom. Yeah, this is the bathroom. Where Rachel and I flushed our misery down the toilet. Oh, sob, sob, sob. Lock the basement door. Here we go, guys. This game's called Home. And we're home. Old Christmas decorations in the box. Garbage bags were stuffed with old paint cans and supplies. There was a dirty old key here. For a dirty old man. But unlocked. There were old clothes, tools, and other things we obviously hadn't thrown out yet. I put up this divider wall last summer so we can create a separate room in the basement. I hadn't finished it yet, so the door was stuck and the drywall was poorly installed. Might have been able to break through if I found something heavy enough. Where am I gonna find that? Picked up like a plank. Grimy key I'd found in the basement unlocked the door. Well, good for us. It looked like the room had been tossed around. Furniture was a mess. Did somebody break in here? What's this? An old crowbar on the floor. Well, there you go. Yes, you do. Heavy crowbar. I appreciate its weight. Thank you, weight. We appreciate your business here. I'm telling you, this game isn't winning no game design rewards. I'll tell you that much. Crowbar I found would have been strong enough to bust through that cheap wall. I break through the wall with the crowbar. Yes. But I swung the crowbar at the wall. I smashed a hole large enough to step through. I stepped through the broken wall. My breath caught in my throat. This is it. Was Rachel down there? Was she okay? Don't look. Don't do it. Waka Rosen's going to find his wife, Rachel, in his home where the jellyfish live and worship Cthulhu. Don't look. The jellyfish. The looking pile of rats had been dumped in the corner. The stench of them was awful and made my eyes water. I was terrified to even touch the pile to see what lay within, but I knew I had to. I had come this far. All this searching after all I had seen. When I looked within the rags, did I finally find my Rachel? What was that? Nothing to see here. Nothing? Oh wait, sorry if the mouse was in the screen. What? What? Hold on. We in Rachel's room again? Maybe I would use some of Rachel's travel books and find some place to go. Whatever. There's my wallet with its contents intact. Dropped that stuff or somebody else did. Maybe I was sleepwalking again. Maybe somebody stole it from me. Almost saw that forest, the watchtower. Like those places before? Well, obviously. See how it could have happened any other way. Must have been the one to lose my wallet and its contents. What does that mean? I'm so confused. This is an old photo of that other man and his wife, I assumed. I found it in that house. Called those faded remains I had found deep underneath his house. What I think was that man's probably, definitely, those tunnels, the old tools in his house, remains of his wife. He wasn't innocent, that's for sure. In the few broken pieces that remained of the mirror, I could see my face had grown pale and weak. Couldn't bear to look again. It was like I didn't actually expect a reflection. Empty and drained. Like dead. Reflection in that grimy glass was only a shadow, a whisper. I want to go in the tub. I want to go in the tub. Still love the old-time charm of that claw-footed bathtub that seemed like cold comfort then. I am confused. It's a keycard I found in the factory, one that allowed me to slip through that door. Between me, that was probably Norman's. That was true. What was he doing back at the plant? Did I think Norman was going back to the factory? Sure, must have been him. He must have been using the old locker room. It's probably all me. I finally ran out of power. I'm just hitting yes for everything. I don't know if that affects anything. Probably does. I probably just screwed the whole game up. Whatever. Whatever, man. Actually, I don't think there's a way to screw this game up. I'd have no one to get angry with me for buying stupid things like televisions and games like this, where it's not really a game, you just kind of walk around. The office safe's out on the floor. Used to keep tax records and other important documents in it. Used a digital passcode lock. Did I try to open it? Sure. What was the damn code again? Leech 9999. I leafed through the notebook I had taken from the forest. Names had been written down: Heather, Olivia, Ashley, Cheryl, Iris, Daphne, Rose, Rachel. Who had killed Rachel? I wonder what happened to the other names on that list, or the ones scratched out on that desk in those wet tunnels. They probably died, Michael. Yep, his name is Michael. Michael Rosen. All there was, maybe I thought. I was ready to go back into the basement. If there's nothing, what's this? They'll still sat there heaped on the floor. Let's go back in the basement so we can get confused again. Whoops. Guess I was ready to face the truth now. Oh, what, did he just go upstairs? He's like, nope. Here we go again. I couldn't go back into that room again. What? I need to put an end to this situation one way or another. I need to put an end to this situation one way or another. What? It was a knife I had found in the sewers. I left it here because I didn't want it near me anymore. All this my fault. Was I responsible for Rachel's death? If I was guilty, I could take this to a warm, safe place and do something about it. I pick up the knife. Sure. Took the knife and kept it firmly in my hand. That doesn't look firmly in your hand, buddy. Need to put an end to this situation one way or another. It asked me if I was ready to go in the basement. I was ready to go in the basement. But now I'm leaving the house. No, this is this room. There'll be no more dinners here. No more chit-chat over breakfast. At least for us. Door. There was no reason to return to the backyard anyway. I'm so confused. It asked me if I want to go into the basement. I said yes. I go in the basement. It says no. That was it. With Rachel gone, I couldn't stand to be in that house a moment longer. Did I leave and say goodbye to that nightmare forever? Sure. Because apparently we can't go back in the basement. Around town things have been difficult. Working in the plant, though, had been good for me. It kept me in line, gave me something to do, helped me get away from my past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that was when I started sleepwalking. Speaking for hours and murdering people! Drinking was probably just the way to deal with it. It was almost I was trying to beat my brain in some game. Things stopped making some sense after that. My memories of what happened are still in flux. No, Rachel had tried. I know she had tried to be there for me, even when everything was falling apart. This night I had unearthed terrible truths, but I knew it was the final act of a long-standing war I had been leaving. Waking up in that house tonight was final cruelty. I wish I had remained unconscious in that room forever. Obvious to me, the man I had found in that house had something to do with all this. Could he have killed Rachel? To start to see that there were too many things I had seen to think otherwise. Clear, at least, that Norman had been going back to the old plant. Norman? But he was the one who had boarded up that locker room, who had been drinking up there in secret hiding place. So had he killed that guard then? Must have. Maybe it was he who found out. The guard had caught him on patrol. Jesus, Norman, why? Had to catch my breath, take it all in. Up into the factory, things had gotten worse, but then I had seen something even I wouldn't have expected. When I went to Norman's store, that's when my perspective on all this really started to change. Norman was dead, but I had no idea what had happened to him. Finding Rachel's things at the store, though, had been the ultimate shock. I would get no more answers now, but that didn't stop my head reeling with questions. Painful as all that was. Oh God, I couldn't bear to think about it again. After all I'd done and seen, finally coming home was supposed to be the end of this entire ordeal. God help me, that was only the beginning. This is only the beginning? I opened the door and stepped in the air. I caught the scent of wet grass and fall, raging my beautiful life. Thought of it again, cold and inert, shook me from my head to toe. What do I do now? Who can I turn to? It would only be a matter of time before the police got involved. And the neighbours knew. The lawn was soft and giving beneath my feet, and I couldn't shake the urge. I shouldn't stand there. Rather, I should run. The Wait, that was it? Huh. So I was pretty much right. Or maybe I wasn't. I don't know. Sorry, the mouse was in the thing again. Well, that was something. I don't know how I feel about this game. I really don't. I'm confused. Well, it's obvious he killed her, right? It really wasn't a scary game. Guess on some level. The end. Homehorror.com. What happened? What, is my story supposed to be different from someone else's? I'm gonna go with the obvious story that I saw. Guy went nuts and killed a bunch of people. Killed his wife because she was cheating on him with Norman. After the whole factory thing. He's just a crazy guy to begin with. Working at the factory helped his mind be at ease. But after the factory, man, he just went off his rocker. Started talking about plum cafes and killing the health inspector. And playing with his sister in inappropriate ways. Well, anyway, this has been Home, parts 1 and 2. Shortest Let's Play ever. I doubt I'll ever play this game again, to be honest. But, yeah. It was, I guess it was worth $1. I mean, I could have bought a pretzel at, local convenience store and had about the same experience. But anyway, this has been Wes for WesAndJessGames. Join me next time for something else completely different.